going up against RSG-PH on the red side. And to start things off, we do see Vin in the middle rotations as of yet.
Yeah, very aggressive plays already from both of the teams here as RSG, they try to read that out, right? But for the junglers, they go for the natural pattern and they go for the purple buff first. Obviously, when you are on the Ling, you do tend to do that a lot. You just go for the purple buff first and then you just cycle over towards the next objective. Vin, though, he's trying to reset it. Light, very good positioning.
Yeah, Vin are now rotating down towards the bot side just to hang around for a bit. But you can see that R7 is taking the more dominant position in the lane as well, naturally, as a draw. But the hook comes in from Vin here onto Light to make that first aggression. He, you know, it's a little bit of a show here because he manages to get the Franco this time. So taking one onto Light feels like it's personal.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis coming from Vin to try and slow down the aggression of Demonkite as of yet. Because as of yet, if you want to compare in jungle matchup, Benedetta as well as the Ling isn't exactly too bad, but here comes the play coming in.
Yeah,
perfect
Vin.
match lands onto Vin, and there's no way he can go. Gonna land as the first blood here to RSG-PH, so already getting some sort of a lead on the top side. EMANN also bullying Skylar out of his lane as well, capitalizing on that weaker potential of the early game in Claude.
Like you said, right, it's personal here. And Alberttt with the eye for a night catches Light, and he just slashes him down. Nathzz trying to look for something, compensation perhaps, as R7 will be zoned out, but it's so far just a 1-for-1. RSG-PH, they drew first blood, and with that, like you said, kind of personal, right, between Light, but right now Aqua gonna be caught here. He can't go anywhere. Alberttt trying to dive in to catch him, but Aqua just way too clean on the feet right there, getting out. Now Demonkite looking for the time of the blades, gets it, going for more, just backs up. That's another kill for RSG Philippines. They lead 2-1.
Punishing RRQ for going a bit too deep there. And Aqua, that was so lucky of him because he managed to get out even with the black root shoes. But right now, RRQ, they managed to secure the first turtle of the game. Demonkite has to back out, but here we go. Alberttt gets a killing blow onto him. RRQ coming out with both the objective. Nathzz on the bottom side gets R7 as a form of compensation there.
It's just so weird to see, right? Usually when we take a look at this matchup, Tyron is the one who's winning.
Yeah, it feels like that here as well. But on the top side as well, we do see a contest coming from Skylar. EMANN gets a big blow of Dawning Light, and that is not going to be good for his laning phase. But as of yet, RSG-PH, they did the best of what they can. They needed to buy a little bit more time for Demonkite, and he was able to do so. But what was really surprising was that RRQ Hoshi, they're able to capitalize on all these little kills, especially on Alberttt. And with these 2 kills, it is going to help him a little bit more. But now, here comes the pullback.
Yeah, that's going to be the fatal leg spin. Caught there as he's going to get taken down. RRQ looking for more. Mystic Field placed, but doesn't catch on to anyone. RSG has been, I feel like, 2 steps ahead when it comes to the pickoff game so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, RSG, even though it looked like RRQ had the better composition for the pickoff, it looks like RSG's been the one who has been catching and punishing RRQ Hoshi. And like you said, R7 looked like he should have the lead, but Nathzz, as we know, super comfortable. And right now, he's already at level 5, so he has hit his spikes as well. But right now, it's going to be the perfect match onto Vin, stunned out together with no Dawning Light can save him there. Aqua being aggressed on by Alberttt, trying to dive in right for the kill, but the black shoes will be able to save him for now. And Alberttt still pressing on here with the Electro final blow. Finally decides to back off.
Oh, but Demonkite's here though. He's looking for the play. Re-engage coming in. Live with a fatal link. Brings them back for the wombo combo. And there you go. Demonkite with a double kill here. Light will be able to dodge away from the hook as well. 7-2.
Oh, this is huge for RSG-PH, punishing on the timings of RRQ Hoshi. This is exactly why Benedetta matchup against Link is just so very difficult. You need a little bit more to scale, and you can see how Alberttt was struggling to find opportunities to actually set up for kills, whereas Demonkite had a very easy one, and because of that, RSG-PH, they're just playing to their timings. But now, the biggest question right now is the biggest wombo combo coming from RSG-PH, which is going to be the Fatal Links to set up with the Bruno out for the wombo. But RRQ, they're starting up the turtle as of yet.
Yeah, see if they can get it here, but Demonkite comes in, doesn't manage to make it. It's gonna be still RRQ Hoshi securing this turtle. So far, 2 objectives going their way.
But you gotta look at it this way, right? Sure, RRQ has been controlling the neutral objectives, but they're always giving out so much. to get it. Bottom side, he left. R7 left the lane that he's supposed to be winning here, the matchup, and Nathzz gets all of that gold. You can see the emblems as well from both of the teams. Demon Slayer, basically just the classic emblems, to be honest.
Yeah, this is very smart coming from RRQ-PH. They didn't want to take the risk onto the objective, even though they had a small win earlier on, but it's still not worth taking risks to contest a Franco who may or may not completely destroy your ideology. Play safe, play objectives, and then scale towards the middle stage of the game. And once EMANN hits those level 11 and level 12 timing, we are going to be expecting more engagements coming from RRQ-PH. There's no point taking those kind of risks and then just dropping the ball later on if you get hooked.
Yeah, you can see RSG though, they recognize that now they need to focus on helping EMANN scale into the later part as well. So Light has been up there babysitting, making sure that he's okay, and also at the same time putting pressure onto Skylar, because right now RQ, that's their win condition as well, waiting for Skylar to scale.
We could see the differences already here. As RSG Philippines, they picked up that Bruno, they have the winning side of the map, and RRQ, they're actually not playing towards that direct lane a lot. They're actually playing for the top side, but the Fatal Links connects there, and that's going to be Skylar caught out. He's still able to pop that blazing duel. When as Alberttt comes in, the Dawning Light connects onto EMANN, takes him down. Alberttt looking for compensation as Light is forced to run away. The Bloody Hunt catches him, stops him in his tracks. That's a double kill for the MPLID MVP. R7 forced to flicker away, and RSG, again, so good on the trades. Yes, RRQ get the pick, but look, it's turret.
Yep, that's going to be split push pressure. That's the power of the Ling, right? You can be all over the map. A little bit of miscommunication coming from RRQ-PH by making that risky play, but it's a good win for RRQ Hoshi because they are able to slow down this kind of aggression. As long as EMANN doesn't get super crazy, which is the objective from RRQ Hoshi, they're going to be good because eventually Skylar is going to be able to do a lot of CC damage, and as you can see, the fight is about to break down.
Oh, the Fatal Links lands on the Skylar though, together with the Dawning Light, but Light is the one in trouble. Again, he's going to fall into the hands of Alberttt. This time, Demonkite, he gets a turtle though, so it's one objective going the way of RSG-PH.
I still think it's worth it, right? If you're RSG-PH here, you get a turtle for the price of your roamer. Yeah, I would take that trade any day here, as we are going to take a look at the player's gold, and it's actually Demonkite and Skylar. I actually expected EMANN to be up there as number 1 here, but Skylar has actually been farming really well for a person who's been bullied in lane.
Yeah, Skylar was able to trade off that kill, right? Early on, he was caught up with the Fatal Links, but that's the power of the Cloud, especially in early stage of the game. If you don't have chain CCs to burst him down, he is going to get away. In this case, the only CC from the side of RRQ-PH is pretty much the Fatal Links. Aside from that, nothing else can actually stop him. And that's pretty much the downside of RRQ-PH composition. They strive on going for this kind of long-range skirmishes instead of one-off pickups, whereas RRQ Hoshi, they've just got so much lockdown.
And this is where we see why. Why did RRQ go for the Xavier? Not that successful here in this tournament so far, right? Still, Xavier is sitting on a very low win rate, but there you go. The answer is that Dawning Light, but now it's going to be Light going on to field with the Fatal Links. That's going to be a huge resource spent. R7 looking for more. Alberttt dashing in. Skylar with plays a duet. Burst Aqua down, forced to give the pop the black shoes, and that's the collapse. Aqua falls. Demonkite looking for R7 here as he's going to fall as well. A 2-for-1 trade. Oh, wait, for the favor of RRQ-PH here. That re-engage was beautiful.
The back and forth here is just completely insane. You can hear the crowd going wild as well. RRQ Hoshi, they only pulled the trigger when they realized the Fatal Links has been spent. But on the other side, RRQ-PH also knew that they were going to engage after that. So they went in right after RRQ pulled the trigger. This is insane. Like both teams just knowing exactly when to go in and out of these fights.
Yeah, the hesitancy coming from RRQ Hoshi pretty much cost them the fight. RRQ-PH, they should not have been able to get away, but at the same time, props towards Aqua because he bought so much time and allowed Demonkite to have free reign. Vin didn't exactly knew what to do, and he was trying to focus whether or not if he should be punishing Aqua or is it going to be Demonkite, and that is him taking advantage of the chaos and striving on top. So that was a beautiful execution so far. The split push pressure is still on, and he's currently level 13, whereas Alberttt, we haven't seen too much coming from him yet.
Yeah, so far he's just been farming a lot, 4, 1, and 2. We can see from the items, that's why. He's not building damage here. He has the Cursed Helmet and the Guardian Helmet. So again, he's just going for a helmet build here. Very tanky.
Yeah, on the side of RSG as well, Bruno, it's EMANN actually building a Wind of Nature pretty early as well, so trying to mitigate the damage, but right now, Bloody Hunt being put onto Light, he's gonna go down, and in the backline, Alberttt trying to die for Aqua, as well as EMANN, but doesn't quite get the kills yet. He is forced to retreat at this moment. Both teams trying to set up for the Lord as their next objective.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Franco. He just completely shut down Light, not able to do anything in this situation. Even though RRQ, they've got a triple tank composition, it's all good. But here comes the catch coming in. They do catch Nathzz, and that is huge for RRQ. Again, with the Dawning Light. Absolutely nothing that RSG-PH can do as of yet.
So lethal once again. RRQ using that one pickoff that they made towards Light, and they're just snowballing it, converting it onto objectives, picking up that mid lane turret, and now looking for the Lord. But Demonkite, he's waiting right there. He has a level lead on Alberttt, but it's going to be Alberttt reading him out. Demonkite now forced to use that Finch poise, trying to maneuver around to go for the steal. Light looking for the opening, goes in, and there you go. That's going to be the two-man, but Alberttt just so good on the retribution. Electrify the blow! Alberttt, and they collapse once again. Skylar survives. It's a 2-for-0, and the Lord.
RRQ Hoshi fighting back. They were down on kills, but now they equalize completely across both of the teams. So far, RRQ has been doing a phenomenal job. Even though they were down a little bit, they always kept up in map control and the goal. But right now, we're going to see what happened in this instant replay by TikTok.
Take a look at this replay moment, right? As soon as Light goes in for the jump, you can see that everyone from side RRG was pretty much pumped up, which allowed Clayyy for a big Dawning Light. And because of that, everyone from RRG had to back out, and they didn't even have the Esmeralda in that fight, which was a very, very unfortunate event. However, now, with this lead, RRQ Hoshi, they're knocking towards the doors of RSG-PH, and another big Dawning Light closes them out. And the turtle with the Lord, however, is going to be taken out very quickly, but RRQ, they're looking for more.
Great defense there by RSG-PH, but the thing is you cannot keep letting these Dawning Lights hit you over and over again because it just takes you out of the team fight so easily. There's one thing now, they're trying to harass the mid turret here, but forced to back off RRQ. Demonkite hanging around in the back line, trying to look for an opportunity, but EMANN taking so much damage, having to back out, and now Light's in some trouble as Skylar goes in the back line with the blazing duet on to Demonkite and manages to shut him down. He's an absolute monster on this right now. Look at his kill, 1, 1, and 8, but he has 8 assists. Support Skylar.
Support Skylar for sure. 2 for 1 as well, that trade was. I thought RSG was going to be the ones winning that out with the initial pickoff onto R7, but they didn't even get R7. 1, 2, and 6 currently. And bro, Finn has died like 4 times in the early game, but it feels like those deaths really didn't impact RRQ.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a roamer, right? The biggest picture from the side RRQ is pretty much Clayyy. Look at the amount of damage he's done so far, and you can see the desperation of adaptations coming from RSG-PH. They finally realized that the biggest threat in RRQ composition is pretty much that Xavier. Everyone's going full tank except for Clayyy and Skylar. And I feel like Skylar isn't a big threat yet until you hit that level 15, but Clayyy starting to pick those biggest Dawning Light and applying pressure to him is going to put him in a situation where he's not able to hit those Dawning Light. And that focus has allowed RSG-PH this opportunity. But the question remains, can they keep up?
Can they keep up? I agree, but here, this is what's weird, right? If you take a look at the damage charts, yes, Clayyy, number 1. Number 2, though, it's Alberttt somehow. With this full tank build, no offensive items whatsoever, he's still dealing so much just based on that base damage. So, is this a new meta? Is this a new thing for Benedetta?
Tank Benedetta. You have Tank Lancelot, and then you have Tank Benedetta. Next thing you know, you're going to have Tank Ling as well.
Oh no, I don't want to see that, man. I want to see Ling with just full damage, but RSG Philippines here, they can still look for that late game. They have Aqua on that Lilia and EMANN on the Bruno. I do actually personally prefer the Claude here when it comes to that late game, but for RSG, it's all for looking for that one fight, one push strategy now.
Yeah, and as of yet, RSG-PH, they can't exactly find those kind of opportunities, right? The main damage dealer is pretty much Aqua because of setting up those fights. And you can see Vin constantly, time and time, focusing on him, making sure that he's not allowed to do those kind of damage. Whereas EMANN, he doesn't have the hard spot, so it's not really a big threat, considering that they've all got plate armor up on RRQ Hoshi.
The difficult thing here is RSG-PH, they are a very, they go all in with their skills here, except for Aqua. He has that chance to pop the black shoes and reset, but the rest of them, once you pop your ultimates, you're basically all in on the team fight. And RRQ Hoshi, they're just going to find the opportunity to re-engage again and again with the Iron Hooks and the Dawning Lights as well. Here we go, once again, just using that skill to zone them out.
Again, RSG Philippines, they're trying to look for the opening here. Light goes in for the perfect match. Finds R7. There goes! Light brings everyone back, but it's going to be the Wombo combo. It's an all-out brawl. Who's on top? It's actually RRQ right now. Vin flickers away. It's going to be Nathzz there. Caught with the bloody hot. Clayyy will be able to survive. Double kill picked up in the back line as Nathzz dives in. Clayyy outplays Nathzz, and it's a 3 for
Hoshi that had it, but RRQ, they pick another onto Nathzz. Insane, and all this time, the Lord is still standing. So these two teams, they have to just go back and fully reset.
That is the biggest, fattest catch of his life. Like pulled up the impossible catch that turned things around. That should not be in RSG-PH favor at all. But somehow, because of that play, they were able to bounce off all of EMANN's ultimate. And unfortunately, he was taken out. And that's the downside of him not having those Haskell because of all the blade armor stacks coming from RRQ Hoshi's composition. But still, it looks so good.
Oh man, that wombo combo was just beautiful to watch, right? I didn't know who was winning up until the very end, and it turned out it was a 3-for-3. So again, RSG Philippines, even though they were behind some goal, they don't have the map pressure currently because they only have the base turret. It's still very good for them if they look for those crazy team fights, if they look for those wombo combos. Take a look at their composition. Area of effect is the name of the game. There's so much area damage from them. RRQ is the opposite, right? They have some single target damage and also area, but if it comes down to a full 5v5 collapsing, I still favor RSG.
But I think that's what's beautiful about RRQ's draft here. They have a plan B. Even if they fail that team fight, they still can come back with that potential or even a split push. But right now, they are going to go right onto the Lord, and it's going to be RRQ. Alberttt taking the Lord. The advantage goes on to the King of Kings.
Smart plays coming from RRQ Hoshi, realizing that the waves were shoved in towards RSG-PH and taking advantage to snipe it off. And the best part about it is the positioning coming from Clayyy. RSG-PH, they realize he's the biggest threat. We need to figure a way to shut him down. Light was a little bit lucky in the previous fight, but aside from that, let's take a look at the items real quick as of yet. Now, as you can see, there's no Haskell build up yet, but you can see EMANN starting to scale into it. And once he gets that, that is where he shines the most. And to be able to stall that, he needs about like, what, 2 to 3 more minutes before he actually get it?
I agree. The Haas Claws is going to be huge. That's going to be a power spike for him because he can sustain way better in these fights. But the thing is, look at Skylar, right? He already has full items here as the top side. It's a 1v1. Demonkite actually forced to back up, and with that, that's the split push pressure gone for RSG Philippines. They're going to have to group up in the mid lane, and RRQ are looking to perhaps siege down a base. Alberttt gets it without the help of the Lord there. Lord just comes in. Alberttt with a final blow onto the backside, still able to just distract RSG Philippines. He's just rolling all across the board with the eye for an eye as well. RRG Philippines, very good targeting here. They don't care about Alberttt. They just go straight for the Lord, and a beautiful defense from the Filipino champs.
Yeah, RRQ Hoshi, they must have realized that EMANN just got his Haskell, and this is actually goal time for RRG as long as he doesn't get caught out. EMANN needs to be very crucial in his positioning, but the hook!
What was that, Finn? The flicker and the hook, it just keeps on connecting in the same position. That's gonna be the Mystic Field, locking Demonkite in place, forcing him to pop the Tempest of Plays. Alberttt with the eye for an eye gets out, and they're looking for one more. Vin misses on the hook. Skylar in front of it all, but he will choose to fall back.
They know they have to be careful now. RRQ Light does still have his Fatal Link, so they have the potential to turn this around in their favor. Look, with another hook comes onto Demonkite. He manages to escape with just a sliver of health there, barely making it out, but the core is already damaged. RRQ Hoshi, they want to end this. They're trying to throw everything that they can onto RSG-PH, but they're going to turn their sights up to this top inhibitor already down, so they have cracked the base completely open.
Oh, that was so close coming in from RRQ Hoshi. If they stayed a little bit longer, they might have been picked off from EMANN. EMANN was like so close to coming online, but smart play, playing it safe, focus on inhibitors before going for that place. But as of yet, this comes stats again. Clayyy 87,000 damage as compared to Aqua's only 42,000, and this is the power of the Xavier. Long range damage as compared to Lilia, who's only been able to do only so much in the front lines.
But at this point, right, RSG Philippines, they're defending really well. The thing is, how do they come back from this game? They just need to look for those neutral objective fights because that's where it favors them the most. It's when everyone is clumped up together. We're going to have to see, though, because Light, he's been actually connecting those fatal links onto Alberttt, onto Vin. We haven't really been seeing him going for Skylar because of Skylar in place positioning. And here we go, Light going in.
Knight going in, but doesn't seem to catch anyone. Instead, he gets suppressed by the Bloody Hunt, and he takes too much damage. Immortality pop, he's gonna flicker out, but they're gonna get the Fatal Links off as well, but is it going to be the Skylar? Going all the way in with the Blazing Duet, gets a double kill onto EMANN as well, and now RSG, they are 2 man down, forced to back all the way in. Demonkite as well, recalling RRQ Hoshi. They don't even want the Lord, they want to go for the end.
Wait, is this possible? I mean, look at it, RSG, they have a lot of high ground. Aqua gonna be dealing damage, clearing out the minions. Alberttt focusing down the turret,